Hi, this is Russ Weekland for Red Carpet Report. Stay here with me for some great D23 interviews with many of the casts of all the Disney shows. Okay, cool. So obviously the Black Widow.
The Black Widow, all in caps. That's right.
Is iconic in her own way. What do you think you bring to the icon even more?
Gosh, there's so much stress there, right? I mean, when I found out I was Black Widow, I was nervous and excited at the same time. You know, I feel like what I bring to it is what everybody in the show brings to it, which is a camaraderie that we have outside of the booth. So coming in and being friends with everybody there, that shows in what we're doing. You know, we look across the room and I'm actually making eye contact with Roger as we're talking, and it brings that familiarity to it.
What similarities and differences between you yourself and the Black Widow are there?
Well, we both kick a lot of butt, and we're both incredibly smart. And we're both spies. I don't know if there are any differences. Yeah.
Fair enough. Now, obviously, in animation, anything can happen.
Right.
For what you've read and done so far with the show, is there anything that you would like to explore as with your character, or just as the show itself as it continues?
You know, I've noticed in the past few episodes, like, Widow hasn't really been up in the forefront with the action. I'm excited to see that coming up, because it is. So I'm very excited about that. I wish that it would explore the Hawkeye-Widow romance a little bit more, but that's coming from a girl perspective, and I know the show's for little boys, so probably not. But
now, if that happens, who would want, like, the boyfriend interest? What voice would you want to come in the Hollywood world? That could be kind of like her boyfriend.
It would have to be the Hawkeye Widow storyline. I mean, which is already voiced by Troy, which is weird because he's like my brother. So that's a little awkward. But I do love that storyline.
And for other voices to come in, like, everybody's relatively young.
Right.
And like, is it better to be young in the animation game than old? And
No, definitely not. You know, I mean, we've had amazing people come in and play Odin. Oh my gosh, and Charlie Adler plays MODOK, and he's phenomenal, and I've been a fan of him for so long. So to get to work with him is really, really cool. I think age has nothing to do with this industry, which is the most amazing thing, because there is that longevity there.
And do you like the fact that you have pretty much a job forever now? Like, are you practicing other voices too?
I do a lot of other voices, a lot of little kids and stuff like that as well. But yeah, I mean, it's an exciting thing to think that we could be doing this well into our 60s, 70s, who knows?
What would be your go-to voice, and then the one that you still have to work on?
Well, the first voice I ever did was for a little boy, so I feel pretty comfortable, you know, getting up there and doing that. But things I want to work on is something that this guy over here is amazing at, which is creature sounds. Which not many girls do creature sounds, but I mean, that would be amazing. Watching him or Dee Bradley Baker do it, it's insane.
Now, do you bounce off ideas and like listen to his voice kind of thing to learn that, and vice versa?
It's not just listening to him. I mean, when you're standing next to him in the booth, you can see him like changing his body stance and changing the way he like grabs his cheek and makes weird noises, and to watch it happen and see the sounds that come out when you do that, it makes you just want to play in front of a microphone at home and see what you can do.
Have you had the experience where you're talking to somebody and they're just like, wait a second, I know you from somewhere, I know something's happening, and just like, and then you drop it on them and they're like, oh my god, I watch it?
Usually not in everyday life, but at conventions and stuff like that.
He likes being part of the team. I'm gonna go.
Hi. Just totally random, sorry.
It's more of a
that was Iron Man, I don't know if you knew. Oh my gosh.
And obviously we're here in Disneyland.
Yes.
And were you a Disney maniac growing up?
I was a pretty big fan of all the princesses, like most little girls are. Yeah.
Who's your princess?
Well, I had a big crush on Prince Eric, but I wanted to be Belle.
I certainly
Like crossover story between those two, that'd be great.
Well, there's going to be other movies with other voices and not voices. You have the look too, so it's all good. Well, thank you. Continued success, and it's a really fun show. Thank you so much. And like, subscribe, comment, whatever you want. I don't care.